Hey, Dental Nachos crew, it is Paul, Dr. Nacho. This is our Finding a Job segment with awesome practice owners here sharing they need an associate now. We're going to meet them all, and there's 5 questions to ask and have answered on every job interview. Not your philosophy of occlusion, not your favorite veneer lab, things about the job that are important. Where's the job? Why do they need an associate? What procedures would they like you to do? How will you be compensated? And believe it or not, dentists are people too. What fun thing is there to do in the area? So we're going to go around and meet each one of our guests here. They're going to say their name and where their job is. I'm going to start with Dr. Justin Salina, so you guys can share where you are, who you are, and where your job position is.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Zalatan, and you
I'm
are
Salina.
Dr. Soy. We are in central New York in a place called Utica. It's literally right in the middle of the state. And we are on a great street with high volume traffic and near the suburbs of our town.
Nice. And we'll knock off one. Why are you looking to share the joy of dentisting with another dentist in your office? Too much fun for just the two of you?
It is a lot of fun for both of us. So much fun that we want to have more people enjoy this fun with us. So
full
we are
contact arts and crafts on people who don't want to be there. That's dentistry, right?
we get overwhelmed with the schedules. So we're always looking to grow, constantly growing. So it would be really great to add another practitioner to our office.
Awesome. Now, Dental Nacho, people watching, whether you're watching in live or you're watching on demand, if you text job to this number, we will give you all of this information. If you're afraid to text us, no problem. I understand you dentists afraid of things. We also have an email that you can text us to. So we're going to move down to Brett. We have one non-dentist on the panel, one normal person who didn't go to dental school. Introduce yourself, share where your job is and why you guys are looking for an associate.
Sure, thank you. So Brett Fliegler with Brookbeam Dental. We are located in the beautiful Hudson Valley of New York. Our job is in New Paltz, New York. We are looking for one full-time GP. Cool. And the reason being is that we are seeing explosive growth, especially with the college in the area, as well as a whole bunch of people moving up from New York City.
Nice. Explosive growth in your area. Thanks, Brett, for sharing. And now we're going to go back to us dentisting humans, Dr. Max Babiner, who's close to me here in Philadelphia. Max, share where you are and why you guys are looking for an associate.
We're right in Northeast Philly. I'm kind of getting swamped personally. My brother and I, my brother's periopros, and I'm the only GP. So it's really tough to oversee a lot of hygiene. Patients are waiting. We've got kind of too many patients, not enough dentists, which actually isn't good. So I'm looking to share with somebody who's kind of got the same energy, wants to do a wide array of procedures and, you know, see a lot of different types of patients.
Like Dennis P. Diddy said, more patients, more problems, more hygiene checks, more problems. You don't think about this in dental school where you're seeing 2 patients a day, 17 visit dentures, but out here in the real world, it can be a problem. So now we're going to go through this. I'm going to play the role of someone applying for this job, and I'm going to ask you this. Dentists love details. What am I going to do? What procedures am I going to do in your office? I'm actually going to start with Dr. Max. What procedure I apply? I'm working there. What's going to make up my dentisting day?
So you've got a huge mix. We're doing endo, we're doing single crowns, bread and butter. If you're comfortable or you'd like to get there, we do have periopros, periodontist in-house. You know, full arch reconstructions are not, you know, are really typical, a few a month, I would say. But, you know, anything that you've done in dental school, we do a lot every day. I would say you can finish all your dental school requirements in 1 to 2 days in our practice.
It's great to have a place where a lot of stuff's going on. I just like to ask you a favor, Max, if you can ask you a favor. You just did something that a lot of our dentist people do, and I'd like us all to stop, if we can agree. Stop calling it bread and butter dentistry. Who eats bread and butter? I eat that for a treat every month. Kale and quinoa dentistry. Bread and butter is, I'm at a wedding. I'm stealing people's rolls. It's my cheat day. All right, Brett, what am I going to do at the office if I work with you guys? What is going to be my day?
You're going to do a lot of bread and butter.
Yeah, right.
So really a full range. Dentists can do whatever they like as long as they feel comfortable and confident in the procedures. A lot of it is restorative. Gotcha. We do have an oral surgeon in the office once a week. who can place implants, do full mouth, all on fours. So you can do a lot of restorative on implants, but it runs the gamut. You want to do third molar root canals, great. You want to send it out, that's perfectly fine also, but it's what you feel comfortable with.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Brett. Now up to Justin, Salina. What am I going to be doing in your house of dentisting daily in your office?
The better question is, what are you capable of? Because we have some of the best technology available. We have a Zurich, we have hard tissue lasers, we have soft tissue lasers, we have cone beams. So, you know, we have a lot of tools to help you excel as a dentist. So obviously from fillings, crowns, bridges, we do implantology. Dr. Soy loves surgeries. I like endodontics, molar endo. So that whatever your heart's content,
It's all on the
it's
plate
available.
there. Good luck. What I think is really important, and when people watch these shows, it's just to see that it's great to be in offices where great stuff is going on, even if you're not the person doing all of that, where you said you bring in a specialist, perio pros. Obviously, if you're just out of a GPR, you're probably not going to be doing second molar endo, but you can learn from people. And just where great things are happening in an office, it helps with case acceptance. It makes dentistry more fun. You never know where that's going to go. Great job so far. So Salina, do you want to add something? You can add it.
Yes, I do. So I do want to mention that, you know, we are very comprehensive practice. We do want to be the top dentist in our area, and I think we're definitely headed there. We do have crazy growth because of that. We do consider ourselves a little bit more high end, I guess you would call it. And we also, as doctors and as a team, we practice entrepreneur style team training and team building. So we do doctor development, team development, but also self-development. And that's part of your training and your employment, essentially. So we are managed by, I think it's Fortune Management Northeast. So we do expect our team members to self-develop, go under these trainings. And, you know, you want to progress as a person, and you want to also progress as a clinician. And have coaches that help us do that. So we're really progressive.
Really
so
like
we're definitely looking for a progressive doctor that's open-minded, and we do dentistry, health, and beauty. So we are an aesthetic practice as well, Botox filler, along with surgical and endodontic component. And we give back to our community. So this is a small community. So we do tend to give donations out in the art community, the animals, like stuff like that. So that is part of something that we're looking for in a doctor, is someone that has that type of mindset.
Really important too, because I just did some videos, and I'm glad you shared that. Right cultural fit, right fit for practice is important. When they ask me what Dental Nachos does, I say it helps make dentists go from this to this, right? We all feel like crying inside a day when you're in your third hygiene check, or your crown falls on the floor and things like that. But with developing yourself as a person, you're not going to make it through this career without it, because it's just doing full contact arts and crafts every day on people that don't want to be there. Can be tough. So really glad you brought that up, Salina. Now, I'm a dentist. I finished my GPR. I'm really flexible as where I can go. I can be in Northeast Philadelphia and meet Dr. Nacho at Elvez. I can be in Central New York, Hudson Valley. So I'm geographically flexible. But one thing that I've noticed going through dental school is I have some debt. I have to pay for stuff. How will I be compensated? So Brett, I'll let you go first. I say, okay, what's the money portion of this? What can I count on so I know that I can pay my loans, pay my rent, eat food, things like that?
Sure. So we have a base salary, normally around 150, but all in comp, as you take into account a percentage, normally about 33 to 35% of production. Right. You can make total comp of about 200 to 250, and we normally throw in a signing bonus as well at the beginning.
Awesome. Really great. So that's an important piece. I don't know why. I mean, Salina, you went to dental school in 2016. Did they talk about how to talk about money in 2016 in your dental school? Did they train you on how to talk about money?
Yes, we actually had business class.
That's great. Back in the olden days of 2002, just all Krebs cycle, full Krebs cycle. Krebs cycles got me out of zero jams. Okay. So it's really great to hear someone say this is a way you get paid with a real number, so you can put that into your plans. Whether it's 150, 250, 200, you have to factor that in as an associate for your life. Dr. Max, how about your office? What type of compensation would I be able to expect if I work there?
Yeah, the base is a 150. Obviously, I'd much rather have an associate that's like running with it and willing to take on some of the large reconstruction cases. So 35% of collections or the base, whatever is greater. I prefer the greater part. I'd like you to be ultra successful so that the practice is successful. And I'll do what I can to kind of help you get there through some mentorship, shadowing, all that.
Awesome. Thanks, Dr. Max. And Dr. Salina and Dr. Justin, how about the compensation at your practice?
So the compensation for our practice will be anywhere from 32 to 35%, depending on the associate's ability. I would say we start at 150. You can certainly easily go up from there. I've been practicing a long time, and my pay is extraordinarily well. Dr. Soy here joined our practice a number of years ago, so she's a little bit more familiar with what baseline would be at our practice, and it's certainly 150
We
up.
also take for granted, and I have associates too, and Max and maybe Salina can, you don't have patient relationships when you start off. So it's really not easy for people to say, hey, I'm going to sign up and do this thing with someone I just met, but you can develop them over time, and that's why it's key for a practice to say, hey, we're here with you. It's a two-way street. To learn about any of these jobs, just email jobconnect@dentalnachos.com. You also can text job to 215-543-6454. Now, my favorite part, if I come to where you are, Justin and Salina, what fun thing is there to do in my normal life? No crown preps, no dentistry. What can I do on the weekends or at night? What would you do if you were a newish dentist in your area for fun?
Well, personally, what I do in the winter, because we do get winters here, I like to snowmobile and I ski.
Cool.
We are in the Adirondack Mountains, so there's great hiking and whatnot. In the summer, I'm a big mountain biker. This community has probably the most excellent food that I've experienced in a number of places. So if you're planning on coming here, you plan on getting fat, you're definitely going to have to work out in the mountains.
Yeah, eating and snowboarding. I like that. That's a key part.
What's Dr. Soy do for fun?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually like I have a bachelor's in exercise science, so a lot of my winter time is spent on like my fitness goals. I know it sounds really silly, but you said 3 memberships. Now I have just 2 memberships to the gyms. But I spend a lot of my winter time because I personally don't like the cold. In the winter, I spend a lot of time with my family and friends.
Cool.
And working on my fitness goals. And then working a lot. I do a lot of my hustle during winter, and I take a lot of more time off in the summer, where I'm traveling more often. I do go fishing a lot in the summer times.
Nice.
But when it comes to Central New York, it's a great place to practice because I was only living here for like 2 years, and I was able to buy a 3-bedroom home that's beautiful. And my other friends, they work in DC, they had to pay 9 times as much as me. Yeah. So it was like one of those things.
That's also a great point of my goal in this connection world is just JFO, just find out what it's like to be in an area. Talk to the dentist, talk to them. Yeah. Say, if you were single and going to this area, would this be an area that was good? And people would just be authentic, right?
Yeah.
If you're an outdoors person, it'll be perfect. Maybe it's not. Find the right fit for you. Yeah. But it's really great to also remember you're a dentist and a person. Sometimes we forget that, and you have to do people stuff. Brett, how about in your area? What would I do? I come up there. I'm living there. I have an apartment. What are some fun things I can do on the weekend?
Similarly, we've got a lot of skiing, we got a lot of hiking, a lot of biking. We have a whole bunch of new restaurants and boutiques.
Cool.
If you're feeling a little antsy and you want to do more cultural stuff, we've got museums, but we're only an hour-and-a-half drive, bus ride, or train ride to New York City.
Oh, great.
So if you're feeling Broadway or you're feeling a Knicks, I don't know why you go to a Knicks game, but
one day they'll be good again. One day,
yeah, maybe a Yankees game. More importantly, then that's right at your fingertips as well.
Awesome, glad to hear that. Max, I know people can meet us at Alves for nachos. That's a big selling point. But what can you do in the Northeast Philadelphia area?
So, I mean, around the practice, you've got like some of the most incredible, authentic Russian Uzbeki food you'll find in the country. Center City, Philly is actually where I live. I mean, beautiful city, walkable, whatever you want, you're very familiar with it.
I love it.
And then if you want to live in the burbs, you got Huntington Valley, you got Feasterville, very desirable area because, you're like an hour and a half from New York. You're like, I drive to Philly, so it's like under 30 minutes. It's really, the world is your oyster. It's a very well-connected area.
You have the Oyster House in Philadelphia, so that's good. As we wrap up, I want you to bring on your awesome team member about toothbrush, but I want to ask each person here to look out there and say, hey, I would love to meet you if you're interested in a job, and how can they reach out to you? So Salina and Justin, what is the best way to reach out to you while they're ready? Okay, they can say it. You can connect with us. Just text this number. Your phone won't melt down, or email us and say, I want to be connected. Max, Brett, Justin, Salina, to this job. We're here to help with this on Dentist Job Connect. Justin, Salina, what is the best way to reach out?
Show your sign.
We want to meet you and talk to you.
Awesome. I like the sign.
Please call us, check out our website. There's our Instagram. And find me on the Nachos group. I'm going to comment on there. So engage with me.
Go into the group in terms of, thanks guys for sharing so much. Brett, how about you guys?
All right, mine's a little crappier. But you guys did a great job. I don't know, am I allowed to say that on
It's
live?
okay. Yeah. It's still G-rated. It's
Okay.
network television rules here.
All right, so if you can read it, it's bfliegler at brookbeamdental.com, or
Okay.
you can catch me on my cell phone, 917-757-3029.
And we are here. I mean, Justin and I are the same group. Max, when did you graduate from dental school?
I did 2011.
So you're a little young. So Justin and I are classic medium-age dentist, Matt. And you reach out to anyone. Maybe we connect you with someone else along the way too. So it's really good to just connect. Maybe you're going to be moving somewhere and they're going to know someone. Maybe even if it's not the right fit for you, you know a friend. So really great there, Brett. How about you, Max? How can we reach out to you?
So I'm just going to do a quick sales pitch for my toothbrush. And that's also my email.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Because I forgot my sign.
That's okay.
But this is the website. It's triplebristle.com. And you just put max@triplebristle.com.
And tell us a little bit about your toothbrush. How can someone get one for that great deal you were talking about?
So this is it. It's the triple bristle, and I call this the perio eraser. It's like instead of a pencil eraser, it erases perio, because the nuisance of like trying to tell patients how to do the Bass method and like lecture on them doesn't work. So this makes them like engage the gum line every single time, and we're flush with inventory. So I'd love dentists to try it if they have a moment. Jackie's on, she'll give a link for the $20. It's usually $70 on Amazon. There is clinical evidence behind it. So I really would love everybody to try it and, give me your feedback.
I know our dentist people, they like a deal. They like a coupon. They're crowns, no discounts on those. Those are $1,500 works of art, but everything else, they would like a discount. So our dentist people, you're speaking their language. The coupon is their favorite. Well, awesome.
Limited time only.
Yeah, I love doing this. It's super fun. If you'd like to list your position and figure out how you can do that, just reach out to us at jobconnect@delnachos.com. Jill and her awesome team do an amazing job. I feel so passionate about having more fun with this, getting dentists to come out of their caves and meet people, find that job, survive and thrive in dentisting. We're going to jump off Facebook Live. You guys stay on, but thanks so much, guys. You did an awesome job.
All right.